Game development explained. No theory, just what works.
Welcome to The Explainer. You know that feeling, right? Your team is hustling, the charts all look like they're going up and to the right, but the project, it just feels like it's spinning its wheels. It's moving, for sure, but it's going sideways. Today, we are going to talk about a simple reality check that gets things moving forward again.
So let me ask you this directly. Does the progress on your project sometimes feel like an illusion? Like you're super busy, you're checking off all the tasks, but is the thing you're building actually getting better? Trust me, you are not alone in feeling this way.
And the signs of this are so deceptive. On the surface, it all looks perfect, doesn't it? The sprint is totally packed. The burn-down chart, oh, it's so reassuring. And team members are talking in these confident percentages like, oh yeah, that's 90% done. But then you actually open the build and reality tells a completely different story. This disconnect, this is what we're going to call the sideways project problem. And it's where the team ends up arguing with shadows. You're debating issues based on old info, wishful thinking, and everyone has a totally different version of the truth in their head. This right here, this is the root cause of it all. The project has lost a shared sense of reality. And when that happens, every single conversation becomes inefficient because nobody is operating from the same set of facts. And that is where the real friction, the real drag begins.
And what's really fascinating is how this one problem creates a different kind of crisis for everyone on the team. For producers, it's all about schedule risk. Everything feels unpredictable. For designers, their ability to iterate is just completely blocked. For engineers, it means rework, and more rework. And for the team as a whole, it's just a recipe for stress and friction.
Okay, so how do we fix this? We have to introduce a reality check. We need a tool that just cuts through all the stories, all the narratives, and gets us back to what is verifiably, undeniably true. And that tool is called the audit. Now, the first thing to know is that an audit isn't some huge bureaucratic monster of a process. No way. It's meant to be lightweight, fast, and repeatable. Its only job is to create a trusted, shared snapshot of where the project actually is, right now, today. And it does that by being absolutely relentless about one simple, powerful question. What is real today? Not what we hope is going to be real tomorrow, not what we thought was real last week. What is verifiably true right this second? And our definition of real has to be strict. It has to be tough. Real means it exists in the build, and you can point to it. It means content is actually integrated, not just sitting in some folder on a server somewhere. It means a decision is written down with a name next to it. This is how you eliminate all of the noise and get to the signal.
Now, the output of this whole thing, it's not a 50-page report that nobody reads. No, it is a simple, powerful, one-page snapshot. The goal is for anyone, from the CEO to a new engineer, to understand the state of the project in under 2 minutes. That's simplicity, that's everything.
And that one-pager, it tells a story in 5 parts. It starts with undeniable facts, which then naturally reveal the gaps. Those gaps point you directly to the biggest risks. And understanding those risks tells you exactly what decisions to make next. It's all grounded by a link to the build itself. So, let's break that down real quick.
First up, you establish a baseline of truth. What is undeniably working and stable right now? These are not opinions. They are verifiable statements. Something like, the core gameplay loop is playable from start to finish. You can prove it.
Okay, so once you know what's real, you can very clearly see what's missing. These are the gaps. And we're not talking about some vague wish list here. No, these are the specific missing pieces that your next big milestone absolutely depends on. This is what shows you the real schedule, not the one on paper.
And from those gaps, you can identify the real risks, the things that could actually cause delays or just kill the quality of your project. But here's the crucial rule. Every single risk has to have an owner. Without an owner, a risk is just a complaint. With an owner, it becomes an actionable problem we can solve.
And this is the part that turns the audit from just a report into a real steering tool. You pinpoint the next few decisions, just a couple that will unblock the most progress for the team right now, this week. This is what creates immediate forward momentum.
All right, so the theory is great, but let's see what this actually looks like in practice. Let's look at a case study of a team that was totally stuck in that sideways trap until they ran their very first, very simple audit.
Before the audit, done was this really loose term, and progress was kind of an illusion based on task boards. After, the team had a shared reality.
They tightened their definition of what done actually meant. They started focusing on integrating content, and they finally locked a critical decision that had just been floating around for weeks. Suddenly, progress became predictable.
So here's the best part about this whole practice. You do not need permission. You don't need a massive process change to get started. You can run your first lightweight audit this week and start seeing the benefits almost immediately.
And here's just how simple it can be. You can literally time box the entire thing to 45 minutes. 10 minutes to just walk through the build together. 10 minutes to check on content. 10 to review decisions and dependencies. 10 minutes to write it all down. And 5 minutes to publish that one-page snapshot. That's it. It's that fast.
But be careful of these common traps. Don't let your one-page audit grow into a long, scary report. Keep facts and your interpretations of those facts separate. Always, always assign owners to risks. And whatever you do, do not skip it when you get busy, because that is precisely when you need it the most.
So here's the challenge for you. Don't try to change your entire process overnight. Just run one small experiment. This week, try to publish one of these simple one-page snapshots. Keep it focused on the build, keep it short, and just see what kind of conversations it starts on your team. Because that brings us all the way back to the most fundamental question. Just take a moment and ask yourself right now, what is really real in my project? Answering that question honestly is the very first step to getting things moving forward again.
If this is useful, subscribe.
New breakdowns every week.